last we left off, we had a ton of things happen. First and foremost, the obelisk was activated. Um you had Rhea Usnia and you had Deegan coming in with a purple dragon enter the scene as you all kind of looked around the immediate area. And Rhea kind of played a little game with you guys, toying with you, as Deegan used reverse gravity to launch you all up into the air, floating in just kind of like seamless space for a moment. And Rhea was having conversations with you all, trying to figure out kind of what your deal was and if you could be of service to her, just trying to figure you guys out. And eventually, she pulled you into the abyss, where you saw mountains floating in the sky. You actually saw no sky in reality. What you saw was essentially you were in this massive underground cavern, if you will, with mountains floating around deep off into the sunset, into the horizon. What looked like a massive sunset was a massive creature that was chained to the ground, into the ceiling of the abyss, thrashing, trying to break free. You looked a little bit down the side of the mountain that you guys are currently floating on, and you see an army of what appears to be hundreds of thousands of drow. You see aviary beasts as well taking flight, and you can see an invading army ready. After all of that, Sylvie, you called to Xerxes and said that you would accept your contract. And as Rhea and Deegan were beginning to play with their food, if you will, Xerxes apparated and claimed you all and was going to protect you. As this is happening, you see that Rhea's back begins to rip open, and you see one leg, two legs, three legs, and you realize that this is Loth, the Spider Queen, as she grew in size, as her legs took form. And Xerxes and her went to battle. Before Xerxes went to fight her and distract, he cast a teleport behind you, a teleportation circle. You all went through it with literally 6 seconds. No more time to waste. You guys made it through. As you made your way back through, and you guys found that there was Deegan, because he also escaped, seeing that this battle was taking place. Deegan met the C1 and C2 group. I'm just going to consider Calcidia C1 for the sake of this. Found the C1 group, who used Skippy to lure him into getting rid of the Blade of Mirrors, the Chained Oblivion's vestige. On a perfect roll, one and done, Deegan succeeded, or failed, succeeded. Deegan chucked the knife through, or the blade through the teleportation circle. As it dissipated, the blade is gone. You watched as Deegan's red, corrupted veins began to shrink, and his pale skin began to show color again for the first time in probably 100 years. And with that, Deegan, Skippy were united at the center. In between all of you, I'll say about 200 feet from you all, you see the C1 group, and about 175 feet or so, you see Deegan and Skippy. The rest of you, again, about 175 feet away. A couple of other things. You do see Seraphina. She is by the obelisk still. And then there is Jace, who is with the C1 group at the moment. As you all witness this going down, Phoebe, I need you to make a Arcana check for me.
Okie dokie.
Very fall out of you.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, wonderful. Your tattoo is placed on your hand. Am I mistaken?
I think it's on the back of both hands.
Good. Wonderful. You begin to see for the first time they glow. And
the koi fish?
Yeah, the koi fish.
Yeah.
Again, kind of like a yin-yang symbol, if you will. The koi fish are glowing. You look up to the moon above. And then you hear this faint bit of pain in your mind from a voice that you've never heard before.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm assuming that I have bamfed back to Phoebe at this point.
Okay, so if you've bamped back to Phoebe, everyone notices that Phoebe's eye is gone. She has a slit in her eye. She took a knife to the eyeball to protect, I believe it was Runeberg, when you all were floating and Deegan was chucking his blade.
Nice.
So you can't see out of that eye, but we're going to leave that for flavor as opposed to giving you disadvantage or anything like that. That's just something to note. Also, one other thing to mention, that beam is shooting straight into the sky still from the obelisk. And you hear that faint bit of pain.
Hello? Phoebe is, I guess, with the group currently and kind of not wandering too far, but like turns around and does like a full 360 and like looks and tries to like find the source of it and like calls back out verbally just to see if anything catches.
What do you say?
Hello, are you okay? Who's there?
So while you say that, the C1 group is still about 200 feet away. You see Jace beginning to run toward you guys. Not like sprinting, but just jogging, trying to catch up to you guys as your group kind of stays where they're at. You hear in your mind, Phoebe, my child, we are in trouble. As Jace makes his way to you guys, you see him almost like stop running, and he starts to slow walk, and you can see him, he touches his ear, and you recognize that he's receiving a message right now. And if the cold weather didn't make his skin go pale as a red dragonborn, you can see that the redness in his face begins to turn white almost. As you look at him, almost like something splitting out the top of his skull, almost like it's splitting his skull, off in the distance, you see another beam erupt from above his head. And you kind of gather what message he's receiving. And then he doesn't acknowledge what's behind him, but he points past you all. And you look in the other direction, and a third beam, miles and miles away, has erupted.
Oh, shit.
Opie's gonna look at Jace and just go, how many?
3, 4, 5.
Galileo would like to say, I'm getting calendar notifications that our peace talks are coming up soon.
6, 7. 7 as of now.
Wasn't 7 the fucking number, or was it?
There are currently 8 known, and there's supposed to be a 9th.
We're expecting a 9th, potentially?
Yeah.
And 7 have just gone off within moments of
plenty.
each other.
Well, theoretically, don't we have one that's supposed to go in one?
We'll have to figure out if that's... as you
Or
say
else?
that to Jace, Jace says we have to see if that one's still available.
Sylvie's gonna look to Phoebe spend like a minute like panicking over her eye, realizing that it's like gone, and like just panicking and saying like, no,
No, it's okay. And you see, like, Phoebe reaches up to the wood of her horn, and Druid crafts it downwards. So, like, the wood of her horn just kind of, like, covers one of her eyes. So it's just kind of, like, part of her face becomes wooden. It's okay. It's fine. It doesn't even hurt anymore. I just hope that nothing starts, like, whispering from in there. That's my only fear, really. Are you okay though?
we. And she'll just kind of like look at you and just be like, you don't have to hide it if you don't want to. But
That's reasonable. Was it gross? Did it look
no, it looks pretty cool.
okay? This is.
Do
We'll keep this
later.
for a second. We'll figure. Anyway.
Did you happen to learn the scroll, the sending scroll? Did you happen? I know that Galileo has learned it. Sorry, I can't do the accent tonight. But have you happened to learn it or not yet?
I had it in my pocket for after this. I think that Raj gave it to me as we were leaving for here. But Raj has it, and Galileo should have it.
Is someone
I can.
not too trained to be able
Wait.
to potentially cast it to our mother?
I can cast it for you.
I have this spell. Unfortunately, I'd have to recall it. It's not in my RAM.
Okay.
Basically, we just would you be able to potentially ask our mother if she just let her know you're with us and see if she's completed her mission, or
I have a great idea. Why don't I just cast it on myself and you tell me what you want to say and I will relay.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Would just hate to screw it up when it's an important matter.
It's really hard to mess up a sending spell, though. You can just kind of say what you think, say what you feel.
You think that?
Go crazy with it.
Then I start talking about like snakes and goblins.
20.
It's less than 25 words. I've counted. I think it's like 23.
Perfect. All right. So I'm gonna cast sending with my bangle. All right. Mama, Raj here with Sylvie and Phoebe. Is your mission complete? If not, don't worry. Rules have changed. Get out of there safely.
That's
And then you say, is that? And then
Safely.
You find 25 steps.
Safely.
Did I say something extra?
No, it's just like you have like up to 25 words. So I imagine if it was 23 words, you read and go, "Is that all?" But shall she is that?
Oh, okay.
That's a good point, I guess.
You pooping? Question mark. What's going on?
Is it dusk out by chance?
Oh yeah.
Great.
Okay. In response, Raj, in your mind you hear, "Okay, dear. I'll try to get your father and I out of here tonight. Have you heard from..." And then you see you hear a long pause. That's the end of the message.
What the fuck?
probably leave that part out when you tell the girls.
As this is happening, and you see the three beams around you, miles off, the other two beams miles off, you feel like an oven door has opened. And you watch as a teleportation circle apparates again about 100 feet from you. This time, Xerxes,
Whoa!
He's fighting back. He's walking in backwards and still fighting. You can see that he is bloodied, and it's been about a minute or so. He does not have his mace on him. It seems to be
fuck.
off his person at the moment. But he is still casting spells. You watch as he casts a fireball toward something inside. As he continues to back up, he looks to all of you and says, "Run." A common theme that you've heard throughout this campaign. As that teleportation circle, almost like something is climbing out of a hole, you see one spider leg reach out and almost like it's a wall, grab the side of the teleportation circle, another leg, and it pulls itself out, and it rises 15 feet in the air. And as the body fully comes out of the teleportation circle and the teleportation circle disappears, this creature begins to slowly levitate back down to the ground as the legs go back into the body. I need all of you in this group to make a wisdom saving throw.
Why did he choose?
Does Greymore recognize the spider? Not from like the previous
You recognize her
engagement.
voice.
Well,
Why-
I was wondering if that was the spider that.
Not the one that cut your head off.
Got it.
Yeah.
Why did he
Good call.
choose to teleport here?
You said wisdom saving throw?
Mhm.
Why did he call me?
All right. I love today's dice roll.
Cinematically, how else would we do it, Bill?
I know, that's great. It's just, community reference.
Oh, yeah.
Why did he call me?
I really did genuinely make a mistake dropping snake form. That was
Hey,
that
I
was
all
fucked
right.
up.
I tried to get you to keep it too.
What did you say?
It's okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
Who?
I got lulled into a false sense of security. It's like, no, because you
Yeah.
said
One,
my hands.
T1,
and I'm like, I
C3,
have hands
C2.
Sorry.
to look at my hands.
C1, C2,
No, C3's
C3?
group. C3's group.
just C3s?
Yeah. And actually, this spell doesn't even require a saving throw. I'm just trying to be nice here.
Oh, well.
There's no saving throw
okay.
for it.
Okay,
I didn't save it anyways, so.
It's just dominate person.
I got a
Effing win.
24.
Now he's making us all fight each other.
The CC's 25. Shut up.
I would like to go last,
I
just
just
so you guys know.
I just made a DC 25 because there's literally no saving throw.
It's God.
Wait,
Yeah.
you made
So-
a DC what?
I made a DC 25.
It's a wisdom save?
Yeah.
Dude, you know we can't fucking hit a DC 25 saving throw on
You're
any one
not-
of these motherfuckers.
You're not
I
supposed
almost
to.
had it.
Okay.
You can't be proficient.
Guess I failed.
As Jace turns and all of you, time stops where you are, and you're unable to move, unable to do anything. You watch in horror as she is casting time stop in your direction, fighting with some sort of scimitar as she apparates it and swings down toward Xerxes as he's continuing to fight. And then you watch with her free hand as she kind of tosses the scimitar to her other hand, she looks up to Saloon, the moon, and pulls down,
No.
looking up, because the only thing that you can do is just move those eyes, and you look up to the moon, and you watch as this crescent moon almost looks like it gets shattered, and part of it rips off, and then it teleports to you all. C1 characters, this is where I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I got that.
Can
I
I
do
spell?
got that.
That's fucking cool.
I know you don't have a counterspell, Mads,
Shit, I think you're right.
because I asked you to use it last time for me.
Sure did.
Fuck! Wrong campaign!
Victor used it last time, I think, on me.
Is this another high DC?
Oh no.
Yeah, this is probably a bad DC.
Yes.
So this is our C big group characters.
C1.
I got a 30.
Alright, she'll take half damage.
28.
He said Deek saving
28
throw,
succeeds.
right? A Deek's save. It's not good for
Ooh.
Mads.
Oh, what's that feat I had? Damn it. I needed to reread all of this.
I know, it's been so long. I'm like, wait, what can I use?
I can use uncanny dodge.
You can use uncanny dodge
This might be
on
the time.
attacks. You can only use them on attacks against you, not AoE effects. That's evasion.
Yeah, evasion. Anyone a rogue? There you go.
If you're
You got
a
any
rogue
monks in
or
the
a
party?
monk, or certain other classes get evasion, I think, right? Maybe a
There's
fighter
just
subclass.
So DC's
I'm like-
27 here.
Does a 5 make it?
Yes. Yes, it does.
So,
I'm
Can I
looking
use
at Matt's
Odin's bonus
awful
action
raw stats.
hide and
there's going to be nothing left of trees or anything to hide behind here.
a tree strider?
As a meteor swarm is cast in on top of you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
That is
Tell-
a 150 points of damage. It's going to be split
Yeah, split it,
75
please.
fire damage and 75 bludgeoning damage. If you succeeded, that'll be half.
So essentially just 75 then, right?
Yes, but I still want you to split it if it matters to you. Like if it doesn't,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
just
yeah.
take the 75.
Okay.
I get I'm gonna use absorb elements to half that fire damage.
Okay.
Because that's a level 1 spell for 37 points. So
So
Cool.
what are we looking at? 36, 37, 37?
37 or
Yeah.
38, whatever.
Let's call it
So
37 fire damage for that.
and then 75 bludgeoning. I don't think I have anything that mitigates.
Mans, I know you've been waiting for that for a long time.
It feels so sweet not to have someone counter spell me and ruin my fun.
You got one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And that's the second one. He got one, and he don't forget he did hit us with a meteor swarm that fight.
He did get one.
I wanted to hit 2. 2 I think would have really put me in a good spot, but the second one was counterspelled.
We'd have a lot of different
didn't-
characters. I'll say that.
I don't think many of the C2 characters would be alive.
I don't think any of them would have survived another 100-something point damage in that fight.
No.
That's fair. I guess only
Wait.
a couple of you survived anyways.
Wait, we could have survived?
Poor
Was that enough?
Norian. Okay, so as you all bear witness to the moon coming down onto you all and smashing into you, real quick, did anyone succeed other than Rundar and Alderon? And Rundar, how much damage did you take? Is that quarter damage? 0? Okay.
Yeah,
So
rogues.
Rundar,
He literally jumped on the asteroid from asteroid to asteroid as they hit the ground.
that's what it seems like. Or he jumped and pushed it into someone else and like kicked off of it. Okay, so as you all endure that hit,
We
obviously
suddenly all realize why Rundar's been around for 100, 200 years or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, oh,
nobody is dead, obviously, or unconscious. But in this moment, you realize, oh no, Cal's unconscious.
Hell no!
150 damage, no kidding.
Yep.
That does also make sense. Would you have like 140 something HP?
140 exactly.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yep.
Ooh, I forgot you were a ranger. Okay, and you did not succeed.
Mads, is there a time for a turn, or do you want me to wait for the narrative?
No, so at this point, as the moon crashes down around you, she's not even paying mind to you all. She continues to fight Xerxes as they are sparring in between the groups. So, C1 characters, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go to. I'll pick Cal up, and like kind of like cradle him in like my big muscular Mads arms, and kind of like rush him to. I'll go as far as I can towards somewhere I think he would be like best suited terrain wise. So like somewhere if
Like
there's
a
no
tree
cover,
line.
then there's no tree line anymore. But wherever the largest piece of meteor shard is to hide behind.
Sure.
And I'll I'll cast heal on him,
Okay.
which will give him 70 HPs.
Love that.
And
That's
then,
tasty.
so like as I'm running him in my arms, like you could see like a green glow like over Mads's shoulder, like, and then like there's like flat like druidy shit falling from Mads as he runs him over and places him down like somewhere where it's covered. And then as his eyes open and he's looking at me, I'm gonna slap him on the face like a not like a wake up thing, but like a good, glad you're okay. And then yeah, I think that's
Cal's gonna respond and just say, "That bitch hits hard."
And then you're gonna see Mads. He's very bloodied from that too. Burnt. A lot of his like his dreads are half burnt off from all that. The only reason he has some is because he could absorb some of it. But you can also see like the fire kind of glowing like in the back of his eyes because I did technically absorb it. And then I don't know. I'll just bonus action shapeshift into a fire elemental.
Okay.
As I carve through the ash and go back towards whatever the fuck's happening over there.
All right. Anyone else? Calcidius, you've just been brought back. Go ahead, Eldron.
Elderon would then like to telepathically communicate with Fiorin, Dramon, Rain, and AJ at the same time to try to bring the cavalry to get us the heck out of there.
Okay.
So, because we were told to run, so he would try to get as many people as he could to save to live another day.
Okay.
So his goal is to summon his dragons to then carry us all to a safe distance.
Okay. Let's see. Calcidius, you just woke up. I'll say that your turn is kind of over for Calcidius since you just got back. But you have Deegan. What is Deegan going to do about this? Welcome back, by the way.
Yeah, great, thank you.
Welcome back, Dean.
What do our surroundings look like? Can you paint a picture of what's looking?
You look like you were on the crater of the moon, but on about, I'd probably say about 100 feet from you, you still see the tree line, the snowy tree line.
Mhm.
But in this immediate area, it's almost like you're in the crater.
If anybody has anything they'd like to do at this second, please feel free to go ahead while I look things up real quickly.
Is Xerxes still fighting?
Yes, he's sparring right now.
How far away from us is he?
I put him a nice 100 feet between you.
Okay, not a lot I can do about that then.
Dimension Door is 500-foot spell.
Oh, I could.
Yeah. Well,
I would definitely fight him then.
I didn't know if you had it. That's why I brought it up.
I think that's one of the things the key does, but Jordan has the key.
Gotcha.
Um,
Who's Jordan?
What? Sylvie has the key.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. No, I was. Let's flavor it, and you tell me what you think. So, in my dodging of all the meteors, I'd like to assume I'm using my winged boots to basically like, whoosh, 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 and I'm going up and forward, kind of dodging my way through. If I can get within 30 feet of Xerxes, I would like to enlarge him.
Okay.
It's got a little. This is a PC podcast. It's
Yeah.
not like
You can also, as a bonus action, dash. So don't forget you've got double movement from that too.
True, that's 70 feet, but I wouldn't be able to get away. So I was just hoping that, like, in my dodging, I would be within 65 feet, and then I could do my 35, and then I could dash away.
You know what? I'll allow it for the narrative here. So you cast enlarge on Xerxes. Wonderful.
hell yeah.
And then I will dash back to my friends.
Okay. As you head
But
back towards...
as I understand it, I only need to be within 30 feet to cast the spell, and then I can concentrate on it from anywhere.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Let's
Could-
see.
Let's say, could Elderon then take his second action and then do a bramble shot at the creature?
Yeah,
since
but
he's within bow.
let me ask you
The
a question.
god.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, what does the Mark of Jazz look like on
Ooh.
you?
Yeah.
Well, so it would have been his skin would have changed to, knowing he was dealing with Deegan, it would have been, I guess, the purple dragon. So his armor type skin flake things, he would be glowing purple right now underneath his hood and
And that
long
would be
sleeve.
like scales.
Yeah, yeah.
Sweet. Sick.
Especially across the brow.
Yeah, Jazz had like across her brow, like scales, and it's kind of meant to look like that.
Sweet.
Yeah, so he's glowing purple on his, basically right above his eyes.
All right, and you're trying to hit
The
Ray.
god, yeah, to help out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go for it.
yeah.
Say that BG3 had a really good rendition of it, so I can show you if you need to see it.
Ooh, I would.
Of
Hold
the
on,
mark
I'm-
of Jazz? Or
Yeah.
Jazz's. I just
When you
love.
do like
I'm going.
you do like a human sorcerer or dragonborn, and you choose the blue scales, you can choose like a different
Hell yeah.
formation. And there was one that I was like, that's exactly what I wanted. So it was like,
Send that picture.
yeah.
I just wanted the visual. I miss Jazz's marks and scales. Now. We're back to
Okie
recording.
dokie.
Okay, so divine intervention did not work for Eldron. Mads, you were trying to cast plane shift. Where did you want to go?
Did anyone? I was still open for advice not to kill the momentum.
My internal debate is: are we trying to save C3 characters? Or are we saying fuck it, let's get out of here? Because if we are, then we need to plane shift to them. It's so close.
That's actually a really good point. Okay, so Mans, what I'd like to do, and I'll stretch as necessary to make this happen. I'm gonna plane shift our team to the other side where the C3 characters are, because we've confirmed they're not getting meteor swarmed, right?
Now,
They
at
are not.
this point, let me just remind you, I'm being very generous with your 6 seconds. That would take 2 turns, really.
Yeah, I'm really cheating. Yeah.
So, if you were to go there, there's a good chance that you put those characters at risk right
I
now.
wanna
'cause
say-
the meteor swarm has not been placed yet.
I mean,
So if the enemies,
But-
those who seem like the actual threat,
Would
she
Would
might just meteor swarm
Eldaron-
that group.
I want to say, would Eldaron know if the spell that was used to freeze that time is always active? So if someone else comes in there, they have to make that saving throw.
In fact, you guys have never seen this spell ever
Okay.
be used. You've read about it, but only typically gods use it. This is not a spell to even go mess with, to be polite
Okay.
about it.
can I retcon then?
Sure.
Plane shift is out. Sorry, guys, we're just gonna have to eat another one. Dispel magic at level 9 is in.
Okay.
To stop the time stop.
I have something after that one.
So Mads is gonna like realize the logistical issues, I guess, after talking to his DM, and he's gonna implore what's left of Saloon in the sky, which is the source of his druidic power, to send, I guess, anti-magic waves down with the meteors that are gonna hit the people from C1 and 2, and try to bust out the people in C3 from their thing at the same time.
So it's a really good point that you bring up Saloon. You actually heard the same exact thing that Phoebe heard, almost like Saloon is calling out.
Yeah.
Right now
Man,
to her
I
followers.
can't wait until we all survive this and Mads and Phoebe get to like bond on that. It's gonna
And
be so
Deegan.
cool. And- Yeah,
Deegan and Maz used to be tight.
it's gonna be the druid friend squad.
There's a lot of
So,
druids.
what is your spellcasting ability? Spellcasting ability, Mads.
Well, okay. So I'm using Dispel Magic. It's a 3rd level spell.
Mhm.
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or
Got it.
target ends. If you're using a 4th level or higher, you have to make an ability check. If I'm casting at higher levels, though, when you cast a spell using 4th or higher, you automatically end the effects of the spell on the target if the spell's level is equal to or less than the level of the spell slot you use.
So then,
So I might be cheating because I know it's in. Bill knows. Would Mads know what time stop is or how powerful it is? I've been around for a while, but
You might
I
have
don't
heard
know-
that it's super powerful, so you could assume.
I don't
You
know.
know?
You're
Yeah.
good on
But
you're
you
good on
would
your
need to
side.
upcast it.
I'm gonna counterspell
Oh.
on my side. So
Anybody? Can anyone counterspell? God damn it.
only Victor.
I tried to bring the person back that could counterspell, but I failed.
Where the
No.
fuck is Victor?
Fucking get him over here, Len.
Because I'm using my second 9th level and I want to preserve my third 9th level for another meteor swarm, I'm gonna cast at 3rd level.
Okay.
Does it make a difference if you cast it at, and it's only if it's under.
It's a
right?
roll. Yeah, I'm not gonna cast it at 9th level to cancel it out. So I have to
But I
roll
mean,
for
like-
it anyways.
I guess my question is like, if you cast it at 3rd or 8th, does it help you?
It
That's,
doesn't.
That's what. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my debate.
Got it.
So
I thought it did, but like the ruling does not say that, and I
You're
was
right.
under the impression it definitely did, so I was wrong for a long time.
maybe the only thing it helps is just casting at 8th level cancels the 8th level, cancels the 7th level, but doesn't actually add to the roll or anything.
Yeah, you're
What
just
if it was
gambling. with
3.5 roll or something. Like if that was like how it was.
So the spell
But anyway.
level that I'm casting at is
13 or 18.
it's a 9th level spell, so 19. So you have to beat 19 then.
Okay,
Feels good.
her spell
Problem.
casting is a 16.
What does she need to roll?
So boom, we'll do it right here.
She needs to roll a 3.
A 3 or higher.
Wait, what?
Her spell casting is a 16.
No, I heard that part. I was upset by it.
Oh, okay. It was rhetorical.
Yeah, God no.
So, and I'll roll it in front of you guys. So
Does
you
any
need
have-
you need a 1
does
or a
anyone-
2.
Does anyone have any reaction they can use to impose disadvantage on this roll?
Honorian does.
Our Fortin dice
he's
is
dead.
frozen currently.
Oh yeah, technically you
Yeah.
told me I long rested, so I do have new portents.
18.
Okay, so it's what?
Wait.
No.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
good.
not a 19.
It's a 34.
Okay.
It's a 30. No
alright.
biggie.
So, Dispel
I'll go ahead
Magic
and mark off that 9th level spell slot.
at 9th level. Again, just a hand to show how powerful she is, just waves past.
Good.
And your heart begins to sink as you realize it is almost ready for flight mode. As those characters are still suspended for you're not sure how long. I'm going to end your guys' turn
Yeah.
as I gave you a chance to flee.
I think you were pretty generous.
Dexterity saving throws as you hear the earth or the moon crack and a portal opens up above you all again as another meteor swarm comes crashing down.
Did reverse gravity not work on that?
Thank you for reminding me. Let's see. What can we do with reverse gravity and a 9th level meteor swarm? Insane.
I think reverse
let's see.
gravity is cool because it's a callback to what you used against us, and now
Oh yeah.
Chris.
I think it's beautifully written.
I just gotta see if there's anything that can help me. Okay,
Yeah, so it's a 50-foot radius, 100-foot high cylinder centered on a point.
So it doesn't say it has to touch the ground.
Right, so I would cast it above our heads so we wouldn't get sucked up into it and lose our feet. But it would just throw all of the rock back up into the portal.
let's do this. So
Wild.
at this point, we're thinking centripetal force. We're thinking how fast and does this thing catch like a net? Like how does this thing work? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you all advantage right now on your dexterity saving throw as this kind of slows it and the
Okay.
impact is not as damaging and gives you a moment to react and move, if you will. So dexterity saving throw, and you know what? I'll actually lower the DC on this too because reverse gravity is. So the DC is now going to be, let's call it a 23. 23.
Oh my god.
Natural 20 for a 31.
Okay.
Good.
We're bending all the rules tonight. We got to get back.
It sounds like C1 campaign is what it
Everyone-
sounds like.
All 100 people who watch this are going to be pissed. They're like, this is not how you do
I
D&D.
feel like that's not how that works. Yeah, the fuck it does.
How have I never realized that reverse gravity, not the way of like how often you get 7th level spells, doesn't require you to cast it on the ground? They just do that to get people off the ground.
That's a good
But
point.
that is never, it doesn't say that. It just says 100-foot range. The spell reverses gravity in a 50-foot radius, 100-foot high cylinder centered on a point. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
What if-
wild. That's a crazy way to use it. That's so.
What
I
if we
love
were off the ground and we're floating, and then we're floating into the meteor, and it doesn't hurt us, and we're able to push off of it to avoid getting damaged?
What if he puts it sideways so it launches the meteor
Oh,
trajectories?
This is a game of Portal now.
40 chess.
Okay, so again, dexterity saving throw, you have advantage, and the DC's been lowered to 23 because of reverse gravity being used so spectacularly here. So
yeah.
let's start with, well, who failed? That's a better way to start.
Deegan failed.
The druids are definitely
Oh
gonna fail.
no.
Actually, my fire guy has better.
Cal got a nat 20 as well.
Let's
So
go,
it's a
Cal.
Yeah.
31.
15.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Get it, Rangers.
Should have transformed into something with
31. Natural 20 for 31.
Taco Tuesday.
Okay.
Double nat 20s on the Rangers. What's up?
My other die was a 4, so.
Ooh.
Okay, so did anyone fail? Sounded like everyone succeeded but Deegan.
No.
Oh, Deegan and Mads. Deegan
Yeah.
and Mads. You
Right, so-
take 144 points of damage. Now,
How's that broken down?
half of that 72 is going to be fire damage.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're immune or resistant, but you can figure that out on your side.
How much bludgeoning?
72.
That's how much I took.
So the reverse gravity didn't take any of the damage away?
No, I lowered your DC.
I
Got
probably
it.
would have taken like half. Probably.
My hope was that you would take half damage by succeeding. Is Deegan still up?
No.
Okay. Calcidius went
Ooh.
down. Calcidius is still up?
Yeah, Cal's up.
Okay, so Calcidius is hanging on by a thread at this point with that success.
Oh, wait. No. Cal's down too.
I was gonna say, 'cause you're still gonna take half damage, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, both my characters are down.
Calcidius is down. Deegan is down. How does everyone else look in the party right now?
Alive.
Do you want to hear me say it out loud?
I know you're full.
Yes,
Full
the
health.
audience wants to know,
I still can't uncanny dodge it.
Nope.
I have a piddly 159 hit points left.
Rundar, the listeners want to know. You have to tell them.
159. Mads, you're still good? You're in your elemental form?
Yeah, I'm still a little ball of fire.
And then,
Although I did get slapped around.
He got rocked a little.
Yeah.
okay. Now, back to the C3 characters. This is your beginning third turn in this. You're still suspended, still stuck. Only thing that can move is your eyes at this point. You still have your thoughts, though. Is there anything you guys would like to do with your thoughts? So at this point, you don't have an action, really, with time
Yep.
stop. The only thing that I maybe am suggesting is if you'd like to reach out to your deity with your thoughts, is that's the only thing you have at this moment.
So here was my thought while everybody considers what they're gonna do. As a bonus action, if I still have my thought, I'm wondering if I can raise Terraindar outside of the time stop.
Try and join them.
Is it just your components are just verbal?
I mean, I don't even think it's a components. Let me just read it real quick. It's
Working title. Should be the only one.
Because if it's verbal, you have to speak it, and you can't.
you can use a bonus action to magically manifest an echo of yourself in unoccupied space. This echo is a magical blah 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 until it remains until you dismiss it, until you manifest another echo, or until you're incapacitated.
It's not a spell, so it's not going to specify
Yeah.
the verbal, somatic, or material component.
Okay, I see what you're doing here, and for now, I guess I'll allow it.
Go on.
Right. I only have one bonus action, so I raise Terraindar outside of the time stop, and that's it. Like
Okay.
that's what I can do.
Almost like a mime. He's just like on the outside, like just smacking the invisible glass. Okay, anyone else here?
Greymore, with all 4 of his thoughts going through his mind, would be trying to figure out, like, if there's a way to stop it based off of the purple-eyed Greymore taking over. Like, if they've gathered any intel from that creature, since that creature has direct connection to the spider lady.
You really feel like you want to make this worse, Matthew?
Give me an insight check.
Yeah, I do. Insight check is what, wisdom again?
Yes.
Okay, that's not good. 10.
10. As you go back into your mind palace, if you will, you kind of have this like space in your thoughts where you and your forms like meet and speak, and it's almost like you're talking to yourself, but obviously with different versions of it. You hear these footsteps coming through, and you see the purple-eyed Greymore approach, and he looks at all of you and says, points to his eyes and says, "I did this to protect us. Don't be seen. Just wait." Turns and continues to walk away.
Okay.
Call me Greymore. I'm confused.
I'm confused. As, like, they know that they've fought him before, so I'm very confused on what
And
that means.
he's still got scars on him from
Right.
from the battles too. And he was pointing to his eyes specifically, the purple eyes.
Okay. I'll dwell on those thoughts because I don't know what to do after that.
Sylvie?
So Sylvie's going to, I imagine we're like time stopped, like facing Wolf and Xerxes.
Yeah, of course.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
And so Sylvie's gonna like frozen here, gonna feel like what she has to imagine is the extra fire in her palm. And she's gonna focus on that and try to like, she's never prayed before, but she's going to visualize Xerxes beating Lolth and do everything she can to like believe in him and see if she can empower him by just believing.
Manifesting destiny. All right. Give me a d20 and add your religion modifier.
Yo. Let's go.
That's not bad. That's not bad. That's a 21.
Oh, smokes.
Yes.
Okay. We'll come back to you.
Okay.
In a moment.
Okay.
We've got Raj, we've got Runeberg, we've got Phoebe. Anything there? Galileo as well.
Maybe.
I think that Phoebe would be reaching out mentally and trying to like reinforce that like communicative bond that she now has, or that she has found with Saloon, and say, "I cannot help you if you don't help me." And I'm gonna see if I don't know if like Wild Shape has a verbal or somatic or anything, but like if Saloon would bless Phoebe with like one more, like if I had to stretch, just like give me the extra oomph to just like push through.
Roll a D100, and I'll say we're looking for. Do you want to go high or low here?
Oh, somebody else pick.
You
High.
go low.
We're gonna go high.
You go low.
Okay, I'm looking for an 85 or above here.
Okay. I don't know how I don't have the correct dice. I'm sorry.
Pulls out giant bag of dice.
This isn't even all of them.
Unbelievable. But can't find a
let's-
D10.
They all look the same when they're all in the bag like that. You have to like grab out a handful
they
and
all look the
search.
same.
That's why when I
Uh,
dump mine out at the beginning of every session, I sort them. I'm like 4, 6, 8, 10, 10, 12. Like, I have
Roll
to.
a handful and look for the tens and hope you had 2. Like,
Yeah.
Yep. We're good. Let's just
Like when
hope
you used
these
to play
are
with
good
Legos,
ones.
that you would like dig up to the small Legos at the bottom.
Yeah. You bring them up to the surface.
Yup.
Let them run through your hands.
Yup.
What did you say I needed?
85 or above.
Look, I got a 75.
Damn. Okay. Okay. You commune with her, or attempt to. What about Raj? Anything for you, Raj?
I think while everyone has their eyes open, Raj would close his eyes and try to tap into the Raven Queen.
You are the holiest person in our group now. Well, I don't know. Maybe Sylvie's holy because she made a deal.
I think Cal's pretty holy at this point. Oh!
Oh,
Oh no!
you
Son
got
of a bitch.
jokes.
Okay, what would Raj be thinking about as you're trying to connect with the Raven Queen?
He would just look. He would say, obviously, he wouldn't say it out loud. He would
Yeah.
say it kind of in his dream space that that her fighters, in reference to him, and his team are not done with this fight yet. And while small and seemingly insignificant, feel like they could still make a difference in this fight.
As you look around into the darkness, that porcelain mask apparates above you, almost like where a moon would be in the night sky. And that porcelain mask gets smaller and smaller as it comes closer and closer to you, as it apparates from like a moon size to human size. And standing at your height, blackened feathers as her cloak with a porcelain mask, she kind of twists her hand open, and you see everyone here, and they still have threads connected to them. And she says, I see your fates. You're not coming to me just yet, child. But you must run and fight another day. And then she shows you a scenario in which she pulls out her other hand, and she shows you what would happen if you stayed. And you begin to see threads of every single person here snipped, gone, as she kind of slowly shepherds them to their resting place, giving you the warning that there will be no survivors here today. There's no heroes here today. And as your eyes open back up, you see the fighting continuing in front of you. Galileo, anything for you?
I don't really have anything special for Galileo because he doesn't really. He just knows he needs to protect the light and he can't. So I don't know how much he's felt this before, but he probably feels bad.
Okay. Rumberg, anything for you?
Can I?
Oh, you commute. You
Yeah,
sent,
I did my bonus action. I'm trying to wonder, like, if I can stretch a second bonus action, but I don't know that it's gonna do any good. So
at this point, it's commune or be at peace with Terrainberg on the other side of the time stop, if you will.
I'll be at peace.
Okay.
I'm in battle mode. I'm a battle boy. I'm not a.
Attaboy.
I'm a battle boy.
As we go back,
That's the group name.
right
Battle-
now,
The battle
Deegan,
Battle boys.
the Battle Boys, Deegan and Cal, are both down.
Yeah.
I
Hey.
need a death saving throw from both of them as we start the next round here. And it seems like Mads was potentially going to get you out of here with plane shift. We shall see if that's still the plan. But until he gets back, does anyone have a way of getting you out of here?
Any answers from my dragon friends that can teleport?
You heard them. You heard a response essentially saying, in Draconic, "We'll be there," but it hasn't happened yet. Again,
Okay.
it's only been 12
Yeah,
seconds at this point.
Yeah. Gotta teach that Fearnin to be faster.
Gotta do those sprints. Wind sprints.
It's the one thing we didn't put on there. We taught him how to hunt.
You made his lair thousands of feet below the earth, so he's currently climbing out of the lair.
Rain's too busy looking in a mirror right now. God damn it.
Jerome's just looking at his butt, is what I see. Like, just staring, like, what is that?
So, oh, he doesn't have his headset on. Can he hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, at this point, it's your guys' turns again. And you get the gist that it is time to leave. Right now, Cal and Deegan are both unconscious, making death saving throws.
No, I'm gonna use my, bonus action / action, I guess. I don't know. The whole Goodberry thing again. So,
The Goodberry
the
thing again.
Goodberry thing.
All right.
The best.
I assume you feed to both of them. I'll say
Yeah,
that's your
yeah.
turn as you bring them up and then begin to feed them.
Two.
That's your 6 seconds.
Yeah, my 2 actions I would assume.
Deegan and Cal are stabilized. Wake up.
With
1
1 HP. I have 8 left.
Cal, last time you got hit by that, you said she hits hard. Any comments this time around as Cal gets back up? Does Cal have his pipe, by the way? Like, has he been smoking like a pipe this whole time?
Pipe's destroyed now, right?
Yeah, no, he's gonna realize that he actually wasn't smoking his pipe. He's gonna pull out and be like, I knew I put a jinx on this whole thing, and he's gonna get a little fire going in his pipe.
Just lay it on Skippy's tail.
Smart.
Skippy just flips one of his flame seeds at him,
Yeah.
and it just like sits and becomes the cherry.
Wonderful. So at this point for your guys' group, what is your goal? What are you trying to do here?
Heal.
Leave. Run.
So how do you plan on doing that?
Can I use a bonus action to cast? Do I have a bonus action, I guess? No, okay. Not after the good berries.
Yeah, I think we have to go, and I can at least get everybody out here. So, as much as I want to use a spell I didn't prepare, I can't do that. It'll hurt the integrity of the game. So, I'll just suggest that I'll try to plane shift with everyone again.
Okay. Where are you taking the group?
I'm seriously, guys, tell me where to take us. I don't know where to take us.
It would be
SOB
SOB. SOB would be the only spot.
SOB. That's where I take you.
As you all apparate, or
Before we invariably
dissipate.
get counterspelled because I hate you, mans.
No. At this point, she used her reaction to counterspell your last one. You guys disappear. And the
Okay.
C3 characters you watch as potentially one of your biggest hopes of getting out of this has just left. But you also watched the literal moon being dropped on them twice. And it was about that time also that you heard the third crack as she was beginning to drop a third one onto the group. And you watch as that third one just scatters across the sky going in some other direction, aiming to hit something else. Almost like she's flexing her power at this point. And she's continuing to spar with Xerxes. It's about this point that you hear another crack. This time, making a wide berth, you see on the chest of the first dragon that teleports in, you see the platinum symbol shaded with some chromatic colors as well on the chest plate, signaling the sanctuary of Bahamut. You see a green dragon enter adults. You see a blue dragon, a black dragon, a purple dragon, and all four begin to do wide bank angles, if you will, surrounding the area. And you see Rhea look up as a fifth dragon apparates. This one almost like the stars being pulled from the sky, dropping down. This one, not an adult, but an ancient dragon. And now, she, instead of continuing to attack Xerxes, who is on his final leg, it seems like at this point, she backs up, looks around, looks to the group, and is just going to start walking backward toward the obelisk. The dragons swoop down, pick you guys up, and take you off in a different direction. And the last thing you see is that she walks backward into the obelisk as she disappears and teleports away. And that's where we'll end tonight's session, as one group has gone to the Sanctuary Bahamut. The dragons have picked you all up and are taking you somewhere at this point. And
Peace.
Rhea is gone for now.